are a champion.
Daddy, it's tomorrow Saturday. It's tomorrow Saturday.
Because she wanted to spend the day with you, right?
It's the only day we saw each other.
I was a stressed out corporate slave. I never saw my family, John. John, he said take it. He said take it. He said take it!
Hey, Sam Crowley, welcome back to the show. First and foremost, I want to thank you, the viewer, for supporting our show, for supporting the message, for all the great comments, for coming back each and every week to view the newest and the greatest in motivation, inspiration, empowerment, and for that, I thank you. You know, today I want to talk a little bit about how tough times don't last. You know the old adage, right? Tough times won't last, but tough people do. And I'm coming up on the 7-year anniversary next month of, wow, I can't believe it's 7 years since I lost everything. You know the story, had to file bankruptcy, went after my dream and just got taken out like right away before it even started. It was crazy, man. I'm thinking, what'd I do wrong? Why am I such a bad person? You know, why does all the success happen to other entrepreneurs? Why is this all happening to me? And you know what I realized was simply that it was a very difficult time to get through. It wasn't so much the event, a failed business. It wasn't anything I did bad. It was just, I was running east looking for a sunset. I was buying a franchise I had no business buying, borrowing money from family to do it. I mean, it was horrible. It was the worst experience. I felt about that big. You ever feel so small and so defeated that even for that, it's okay, first of all. This stuff about, never have a bad day. And look, come on, man. We all have bad days. You all have bad experiences. And I hope this video finds you at the right time, that maybe you're going through some difficult times. Let me tell you, those tough times, I cannot believe it's been 7 years since I went through that. I thought at that point in time, the minutes felt like years. Like it would never get to the next day. But that's really the way I started thinking. If I can just get to the next day. If it was Monday, I just had to get to Tuesday. Now every day's Saturday, right? But it wasn't at that point in time. And Tuesday came and I thought if I can just get to Wednesday, and the more distance I put between myself and that negative event, the better I felt. But here's the key. I also had to do something each and every day that would move me closer to getting away from that, because the days are going to come and go, but what you do with each and every one of those days, that's what makes the difference. You got to be excited. I know it's difficult. I know sometimes you wake up and you think, man, I don't want to face this day. I've had those days many, many times, and I'd be lying if I told you I still sometimes don't wake up thinking, boy, I got a lot of challenges to tackle today. But let me tell you what gets me through that is understanding that if I get excited and I get my mind set in the right direction, and I understand that if I am exuding this positive energy and I'm taking massive action every single day, and I make sure that I don't go to sleep at night the same person I was when I woke up, that day is going to be a memorable one. Is it going to be all positive? No. There's not a human being on the planet that has perfect things happen every minute of every day. But you know what separates the individuals who really live a fulfilled life is they do what they want to do. And if they're currently in a situation where they're not doing what they want to do, they're taking action right now that's going to get them to that point. So when I was going through that difficult time, I started podcasting, blogging, writing articles, speaking for free. I mean, I would go anywhere, any place to give a keynote speech about every day is Saturday. Well, think about that. I remember getting introductions. It was so funny. I was at one organization meeting in Cincinnati, Ohio, and the guy introduced me, and talk about that big. And next we want to bring up Sam Crowley, who runs a website, Every Day is Saturday. Right, like that's possible. Wouldn't that be nice? Hey, thanks for the intro, buddy. I appreciate that. But did I let that steal my mojo? No, I got up and I crushed it. I gave a really passionate speech, even though I was knee-deep in a horrible, horrible financial calamity. I've started a business I had no business starting. I borrowed money from family. It was the most embarrassing time of my life, and it really was embarrassing. But I was able to detach myself quickly from that event. And understand, you have, I promise you do, you have just as much opportunity as anybody else out there. If you don't have the money right now, that's okay. The passion, taking massive action, that's going to keep the momentum going until the money does come, either from an investor or whether, hey, I went back to a job that I didn't necessarily want to go to, but I needed the money, the health insurance, all that stuff to take the pressure off. I would never recommend anybody taking the path I took about just quitting your job, pulling the ripcord and jumping. But what it forced me to do was be a completely different individual with the 6 inches between my ears. And that's really what I want to talk to you about today. If you're going through tough times, Look, it's going to happen to everybody. It's not the last time it's going to happen to me, but I've got my mind set that if I can just get to the next day and get to the next day and get to the next day and keep networking and keep meeting people and keep plugging into messages like this, I can't tell you how much I changed as a result of the information, the CDs that I would put in my car every day on the way to that job that I didn't want to go to, but I knew that I was the only one who could understand, you know, so I had to plug in to other individuals that had been down that same road, people that took a shot. Look, you got to earn the right to be called a failure. That doesn't just happen to everybody. It's because you took a risk, and it didn't necessarily work out that time. Understand, that's the key, that time. But you keep going, and you keep going, and you be a person in motion, it is going to happen. Look, I promise you it will. I absolutely promise you it will. Now, you don't go for the money and all the success, because success without fulfillment is failure. I'm fulfilled every day because I'm doing what I absolutely love to do. I had all the success. I had all the money, but I didn't like the person that I had to become to get that. So what do you want? You want to be fulfilled? Or do you want to just have all the success and all the toys that everybody else chases? Let me tell you something. I'm going to end this video right now, and I want to let you know that if you're going through a difficult situation right now, stay in the game. Just stay in the game. Don't get down all the time. There's times in private that, hey, look, we've all done it. You cry, you feel sorry for yourself, you wonder how could this happen to me? But when you're in public, and when you have an opportunity to impact other people, when you walk into a room, you better make sure that energy level goes up. You know, I don't care what you got to do. If you got to fake it inside your mind until you get out of that room, because people will gravitate towards you. When people gravitate towards you, opportunities come your way. Don't miss a chance to get a great opportunity in your life simply because you let that negative impact of that moment. That's all it was a moment. It was a season in your life. Don't let that monopolize your thoughts and then turn into a chain reaction that's all negative, right? Do the opposite. Tell yourself, you know, that was just an event. That wasn't who I am. I know I'm going in the right direction. I know I've got my mind in the right place. And every single person, listen to me, this is critical. Every single person that you come in contact with can be $1 million connection for you. It happened for me. I stayed positive, man. Look, I'll go into this chapter and verse, and I do in all my other audios and the Everyday Saturday book that's coming out soon. I'll share the information with you on how specifically, you know, I was going through these horrible times, but when I was on, I felt like I was on stage, like the lights that are on. That's the way I felt when I walked into a room, and guess what? I made $1 million connection without having any money, but just having a great attitude. And people understand, man, wow, you went through this and you're still excited? Hell yeah, I'm still excited. Why wouldn't I be? I woke up on the right side of the ground. I got an incredible family, and I've got an incredible passion to be successful and to have fulfillment in my life. So get after it today. Don't go to sleep the same person you were when you woke up. And understand, if you're going through a negative time right now, get to the next day. But don't get to the next day without taking some sort of massive action towards your dream. My name's Sam Crowley, founder of EverydaySaturday.com. You have the best day ever.
You are a champion.
Daddy, it's tomorrow Saturday. It's tomorrow Saturday.
Because she
All
wanted
the
to
time.
spend the day with you,
It's the only
right?
day we saw each other.
I was a stressed out corporate slave. I never saw my family, John. John, it's take it. He said take it. He said take it. He said take it.